Hello everyone, this is Manisha Koushik, your psychic guide, and you can reach me on my website www.askmanisha.com. So we posted about dreams yesterday, and we've started receiving a lot of mails about the dream related queries, but I want to reiterate once again that I mentioned it very clearly. If you want me to analyze your dreams, do not just write that I saw a snake in my dream. What was the snake doing with? Whether it just passed by, it bit you, whether it was the right hand, left hand, whatever details are possible, you should be sending us that because that actually helps in dream analysis. Shantanu from Calcutta had written us an email to check because he himself is the dream analyst, that what is the strategy that I use or what is my research based upon. So let me just give you a very small example that when I started doing dream analysis, I actually, mix my studies. It's not that I call myself a tarot reader, so I only base my predictions on my consultations on tarot. But I am a numerologist as well. I possess the knowledge for Vastu Feng Shui as well. I see the person's chart. If he doesn't have his astrological birth details, then I completely refer my discussions to numerology as well as tarot. But say if somebody possesses his details, then I do blend in the astrological details as well. Now, to answer you, Shantanu, I'll just give you a small example on how I interpret things. When I asked about that, you should be sending me the details of dream analysis of what you've seen actually in the dream. So we actually send you a chart, a form to be filled on what, if you remember that this was the time point of time that I saw. It was, say, I think I saw this dream when it was about 3:30. So the quality of the dream that you've seen actually helps us relate that what is where does your dream fit in those seven categories that I explained to you yesterday. Second, I'll give you a very small example. When I started reading dreams for people, when I started analyzing them, so there was a client who came and said that I see often, I mean, from the past 2 years, I see it almost very regularly that my parents are being divorced. But that is not the case. My parents love each other, and we come from a family where I really don't think they will go for a divorce at this age. Why is it that I start seeing such dreams? When I opened my tarot cards, because I was on a call with him, so I just saw that this family is going to have a change of place because the tarot cards suggested that there's a change of place probably their residence is going to be changed. I asked them if that was something which was happening, so he did not understand that what is the correlation between me seeing my parents divorce and I'm asking about whether there's something about the change of house, whether you're planning a new property. So he said, no, I don't think so. That has anything related to it. So, but I said that probably the dreams are sending you a message that there's going to be a change of house. There's going to be a change in the property that you're living in. Anyways, a few months passed by, the consultation was over as it is, and the person wrote us a feedback as well that probably that was not a correct dream analysis. After 7 months of that consultation, he wrote to my team again that probably I did not understand that time that what was where was Manisha sending the signals from, but now I understand because last month we've changed our house, and my father, who was in no mood because we've been living in that house for the last 40 years, and it was out of nowhere that he decided that let's move into a new property. We've bought a bigger house, and we all of us are actually living in there together. He again took a consultation to check that how my dream, which was troubling me for the last 2 years, relate to the change of place. See, we got to understand that what is divorce? Divorce, practically, what we define as people is when the two people separate from each other. But here, when the logically, whatever, there was a long discussion on that, but I'm just cutting it short again, trying to keep it very crisp and simple for you to understand that divorce means detachment. So that detachment was from the parental property that they possessed. So the parents were not being separated from each other, but they were being separated from the parental property that they possessed. And then while I opened it from the tarot cards, I could see that this person is going to have a change of place as well. So for me, it was easier to relate my discussion to the dream he saw. But in general, if we were to see that, the two people who love each other are seeing divorce, I'm sure a lot of people will have goosebumps, or will not be very happy, or they'll be uneasy about the discussion on why. Something is very disturbing when you see that your parents, whom you love the most, are being separated. So I'm sure that is, I know how that it feels, and it is a very disturbing element. So I hope I am able to answer how do I analyze things, Shantanu. And if there are any more questions, I really loved it that you've written to us, being because a lot of people feel, in fact, I never call anybody a competitor, but people whom I've met in conferences, they say that we are in competition. So we try to, lower down each other's image. But trust me, that's not. If you work together, there's a lot of research which is coming in, and we work on new things together. We learn new things from each other. So I'm really glad that you've written to us, and here's my answer, because your question has actually, I think, helped millions of people who are connected to me today, a few of them, and a lot more who will be connected in the future. So I'm sure they will also have an answer to the same. So all the very best, and keep writing to us. If there's any other dream related questions, do write to my team, and I would try to get back to all of you. All the very best. Have a great day.